Oh, my foot's going through it. Oh.
We found this 27-year-old horse truck at a local scrapyard and decided it would make the perfect camper conversion.
Turns out whoever did the electrics kept their fuse box in a lunchbox in the wall.
In this episode, we finally put the cab renovations behind us, take a hammer to the horse box and discover just what's lurking behind those grotty old walls. Oh!
The road to off-grid.
Now that we've emptied, scrubbed, welded and repainted the cab, our first job this week is to put everything back in again, even better than it was before. We absolutely cannot wait to see it finished and start the real demolition on the box. So let's get started. Oh, it already looks like it's coming together again.
It does, doesn't it?
I think it would be really cool when we get to the stage, because I'm so done with cleaning it right now. But when we come back to it to make it like nice to drive around in, I think that we really look at all sound deadening and maybe replacing this stuff. It's a shame that the mats are so tatty, because the mats have got some kind of sound deadening on the back that we should probably cut off, because when we lifted them up they were soaking wet.
It's very wet.
So that was definitely causing some of the rust spots.
Yeah.
Apparently they hold on to condensations there and then they'll rust underneath.
Yeah, well that's exactly what happened to ours.
Yeah, so we'll need to address that, do something with the sound deadening. Behind here, probably use some because it's very vibraty and the floor is very vibraty. We'll come back to that, I think, because it's not going anywhere for a while anyway.
No, I can't even drive it yet. Anyway, so. Why are you having to fix this?
Because when we took it out, it was kind of trapped in by these bolts. Even though we did go underneath the cab and loosen them off a bit, we couldn't get it loose enough, and then kind of tugging on it ripped it. So I'm gonna try and just glue what I can. This part is underneath the gear knob cover, so really it's only this bit that's visible.
Stuck?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was surgical. Nice.
I think that's worked.
The gear stick boot thing? The
Is that what
accordion?
it's called? The boot?
I think it's called a boot.
Wee whoop.
That's going to cover a lot of it anyway, so.
Yep. The last bolt that came out of here was this, where the seat belt was. So let's track that down and get that one in next.
Okay, it's this one. And then it's one of these bolts. I think it's this one.
Well, oh, okay.
Yeah?
It was a 15 mil.
You remember, do you? That's impressive.
Okay.
It goes in
And the accordion?
I don't know why you keep calling it an accordion for. Cool. Nice. It's so cool to see it, like the cab come back to how it was. I know it was only like 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seems like ages ago.
Yeah. It's been very bare for a long time.
Yeah, it's nice to see it come back. Like this is definitely the one that came from the side, but I don't think this is original, because if that's in here, then the buttons for the seatbelt are on the wrong side. But it doesn't really matter because
there isn't a seatbelt.
There isn't even a seatbelt in for the driver. I don't think we've actually showed you, but they've taken out the seatbelt for the driver's side, and we don't know why.
It's crazy how far forward it comes. There's going to be like no space in here.
Yeah,
we're so used to it being massive.
Yeah. Just if we changed the seats and had a driver and a passenger seat instead of a bench, then we would have all this space in the middle just empty.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I remember when we pulled this out and it was like just covered in awful sludgy brown stuff. sometimes we've got really dirty bolts, like this one, like it's got a bit of Loctite in there and just a bit of corrosion. Get it in the end of a drill, wire brush. These screws might be too far gone, but you get the idea. Yeah! Haven't sat in the cab in ages. Nice!
Why didn't we clean this yet?
Who remembers this?
Oh, this has got loads of screws in. I wonder what they're for.
These are all the screws that we took out. I can't remember where they came from.
That's faster.
What is this spanner technique?
It's just while I get it all the way and then I'll nip it up at the end.
You're going to upset the internet with that spanner technique. Almost there. What's next?
The
We
chair.
put the seat back together?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it a chair
in
or a
bits.
seat?
It's a chair when it's outside. Once it's back in, it will be a seat.
We had a lot of comments, people correcting us that we were calling them chairs.
We were sitting on them outside. So in my mind, it became a chair. So when they're outside, they're chairs. When they're back in, we'll call them seats. So clean. I don't know if you can see, there's this padding. It's made from recycled cotton stuff. There are like 8 strips of it, but this one's missing its strip. I don't know how it worked its way out and where it went, but it's not there anymore. I've got just some old towel that I'm gonna use, and I think if I just roll it up, I can get it like the similar thickness and then thread it in, and that should be a good substitute for this padding. It does not feel the same. It's so lumpy. That's better. I used a bit that didn't have this, whatever this is called. I think that was making it really lumpy. So now it just feels smooth. It feels closer to the rest of it.
Nice.
Yes!
That looks very fiddly.
Yeah. I've just managed to get it hooked on. They've got these little hooks. They're a bit like curtain hanging clips. So on the back of this seat cover, it's got these bits of fabric, and then they hook onto these, I guess, to stop it slipping around too much, but they're just a bit fiddly to get like right in there. But I took them off so I can get them back on again. It's gonna get tricky now because these bits of wood have to like sandwich the fabric. I think I'm gonna need an extra hand.
Okay, that's me. Ages. That took so long, even the time lapse left. So now it's actually back together properly for the first time in
Forever.
a very long time. Done. All right, the chair's done.
That was a lot.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. Oh. You actually can't tell which bit is the towel. It feels the same. You can't tell.
Good.
That's
job.
so good.
Good job.
Well, that's all we can do today because we ordered some stuff and it hasn't arrived and it was supposed to. So yeah, we're just gonna have to pack up and then pick it up tomorrow. So we're back and our order still hasn't arrived, so we're gonna jump ahead a little bit and we'll go back to finishing off the cab hopefully later on today or tomorrow. But today we're going to start ripping out the horse box. So we'll start in this part. We're just gonna tear everything out. Anything that's trash and wood, we're gonna chuck into a van and take it to the tip. Anything that is aluminium, we're gonna try and save, and all the steel, we're going to see if we can sell it for scrap.
I like being in the back. We haven't spent much time in here, but I like being here because you can kind of see like what it's going to be like when we build back here.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I don't think that's how you take it down.
I already did like 5, so that's why those 2 weren't as impressive. I don't think that's meant to be like that. Same thing, these screws are wrecked. Yeah. Yeah. Wrecked. Wrecked. Wrecked.
What will we do with the top corner?
There you go, first window done.
Too easy.
No, that was a bit, a little nerve-wracking.
For that price.
Oh, it's so wrecked. This whole box is so just disgusting and mold. Like, I could pull it apart with my bare hands, but I am very strong. Open. 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 Stay there. That one basically fell out. How did that not come out like while it was driving down the road? I have no idea. Now we've got another entry as well now. Coming up very easily, we've discovered 2 interesting things. Down here, oh, my foot's going through it. Oh,
that's the whole subfloor gone. I see daylight. Okay, stop.
oh, my foot.
Yeah, that's outside.
I thought this down here was like an air vent, but it turns out whoever did the electrics kept their fuse box in a lunchbox in the wall, which I think is quite good.
I don't think that's up to code.
Well, that all came out pretty easily, I would say.
Yeah.
So now we've done the living space, we're going to go through to the horsey space. There's like the big dividers to take out. There's a bunch of windows in there that we can remove, and maybe the rubber flooring.
So these are the like stable dividers. I'm concerned they're too heavy for just me and you to pick up and carry out here. Some people suggested this, but we could cut it into pieces, like reduce as much weight as possible. So like we could cut this section off, this top bit, cut it here, remove the, there you go, that bit came off already. We could just cut that there, we'll be left with one upright and one long piece.
It turns out the metal dividers, the steel dividers, were a lot lighter than we originally thought. I mean, Pete tried to dismantle a little bit. It was taking ages. The welds were really tough, and then it was hard to get the last weld. So we tried lifting it again and realised that we probably could manage it, and so we did. Oh, it's got an extender.
Oh. You know what?
Oh,
It looks smaller when there's less stuff in here.
I know.
The more we take out, the more I'm like...
But look how long it is to over there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, imagine a double bed over there. That only comes to there. Kitchen, then you've got all this space for living room. I think it's actually quite big. I wonder what's under here. Oh!
What's under there?
There's like the tread plate stuff.
Oh! That's expensive.
Oh my god, I can't believe the rubber's so
heavy.
Can we just slide it out?
Yeah. Come on. You got this. Come on. I don't discriminate. I'll let Hayley do as much heavy lifting as she wants to.
It's this stuff.
That's useful stuff. We'll have to try and take that up without ruining it. We'll use that to build like storage boxes and stuff on the outside and things like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Steps and stuff. So we're just gonna start taking this wall down. This black stuff is this really heavy like rubber mat.
I think if you take the edges off, you could just rip it down, right?
Maybe. Let's find out.
Now I'm moving out the way.
Yeah. Oh. Do it from the bottom.
Should we fold it? Is that a dead bird?
No.
It's just a cluster of feathers that looks just like a bird. Don't, it's a bird. It's a bird.
It's a bird?
It's a bird.
How does the bird get behind here?
It must have crawled. I don't know.
Bosh.
Oh, you're in my door. Oh. Oh no.
Then we're going to call it there. We need to go home and get some tools. Good progress.
Massive progress today.
Massive, yeah. Keeps surprising us. The truck. It's like, oh, we'll just take down this wall. No, you won't.
See you tomorrow. Our things are here. We've got self-tapping screws for reattaching the trim on the floor in the door. You know the bit. A lot of washers. I don't know why. I think this was a treat for Pete.
No, I got the washers because some of the screws need washers.
Yeah, but this is excessive.
Yeah, but now we've got one of every type.
Yeah, so it is a treat.
And they're all stainless. And some are black, so it'll match the screws.
We've got more self-tapping screws with a gasket and a hex head.
Yeah, so that's for the steering column.
Oh, titanium coated spot weld removing drill bit?
Yes, they are for drilling the holes in the plate that we welded in.
And a set of retainer clips because all of our panels were missing their clips. Can't get the ones that are in there originally anymore, but hopefully there's a few different sizes, so one of these will work.
Shall we finish off the cab now then?
Yes, but shall we address the elephant on your head first?
I was really hoping this wouldn't be visible. I thought I'd be able to hide it behind my glasses. Definitely not. It's really frustrating because we get so many comments about wearing goggles and PPE and stuff. And the one time I didn't, this happened. But it was really stupid. I was taking a coat hanger, like a coat peg off the wall, and it just snagged on a screw or something, and it's really springy steel, and it just pinged off and it hit me on the head, and just the right way to split the skin. We can't escape the PPE comments. They're just gonna keep coming.
Next episode we'll have full face visors.
Yeah, we are going to order some visors and stuff, like a full face shield and stuff, because we've got lots of grinding and stuff to do, so it's fine. It looks way worse than it is. So a few people have noticed and commented that when we welded this patch in, that we covered up the bolt hole for the chair, which we did, and I know we did. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to chuck the mat on for now so you can kind of see. These are the holes that the seat lines up with for the bolts. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the seat in, match up all the bolt holes, mark where the covered up one is, And then we're going to drill it with these drill bits. Are much flatter and they're designed for drilling out spot welds. I think it should give a nice clean hole without drilling into anything or drilling through anything other than the plate we've welded in, which is what we want. Let's see.
You can see that we only need to go through this very top layer of plate.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get this lined up. It was around it probably.
You got that perfectly in that mark.
I nailed that, didn't I? That was good. There we go. Nice. What's next?
Next, let's put the panels back in with our new clips.
These are the clips, and they go into these rectangular slots. We're hoping that in this variety box of different types, we'll find one that will go into that rectangular hole.
So we've tried all of them now, and the best fit are the biggest ones. So we'll take out these old clips and we'll put the panel on, then this will go on in there, and then this one goes through the middle. So it will go through here, and then this one will pop in.
Nice, that'll look good. Nice. It's on there real good. Nice black stainless screws because they go all the way through the body, so that'll be good. Stop it from eroding. Eroding? Corroding. Ashtray?
Oh yes. It does. We will never use it.
Doesn't really open. We'll install something cool there. Nice.
It all feels really solid.
It feels really solid.
Yes.
That's so good to get that done.
I've heard that if you mix super glue and baking soda together, you can drill into it and it will hold as strong as steel. The floor had rusted where this cover attaches. We ground out all of the rust, but it means there's no longer enough for these screws to attach to. I'm going to add some baking soda and super glue to this hole and build it up layer by layer so we have something to attach into. Let's see if it works. Let's just do a little dab first, just to give the baking soda something to hold on to. Tap, tap, tap. I think that's worked. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to... I think that's worked. That's crazy. So now I guess we'll test to see if it'll hold. Do you remember how full of mud this was?
Yeah.
Time to see if this works. I'm going to start in the middle. Oh.
No way.
I'm scared to tighten it up too much.
No, I think we'll be fine.
But yeah, that caught and that pulled in. Whoa.
That pulled in so strong.
Yeah, it did. That's really good. Well, that's
There you
that
go.
repaired.
Any more rust that we've got, we'll just cover it in super glue
And baking soda.
baking soda.
Oh my god.
What's the answer then?
The answer is yes, you can use baking soda and super glue to repair steel, apparently. The hole lined up perfectly.
Nice.
This feels like the last piece.
I think the cab's back together. I think cab's done.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Have you seen how clean this cab is now?
It's so nice. It's so nice being back in here.
I think the last time we were sitting in here like this, I didn't actually want to lean back onto the chairs because they were so filthy. But now it's like, it doesn't smell anymore.
It doesn't. I didn't even think about
Surfaces are
it.
clean. I don't feel like I can't touch anything without gloves.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think what would be nice is to take all the dash panels out and paint them.
Yeah.
Just to bring them back to a nicer colour, because at the moment they're kind of like this weird faded grey kind of colour. But this is totally usable for however long we want to, really.
Yeah.
Love it. Very, very pleased.
But do you know what that means?
That means it's time to start demolishing the back.
It means it's the end of step 1.
Yeah.
Step 1 has been completed. Yes.
Nice.
And it only took a month.
That's pretty good to fully restore a cab, since we don't know what we're doing, really.
Yeah. So yeah, we started with step 2 already.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go and cut a wall down?
Yes. Yes, come on then.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. I just want to stay in the cab.
I know, it's so nice.
Yesterday we ended in here not knowing how to take off this wall. We've had to think about it, and what we're going to do, we're going to put the screws back in that's holding this fiberglass coated plywood back to the metal frame, and then using this circular saw, I'm just going to set the depth to 18mm, which is what the plywood is. I'm going to cut the wall into strips and then take off the screws, and it'll come off in pieces. But first I'm going to put on a mask and gloves and earplugs and eye protections. So this side of the wall's off, but this side, I don't know if you can see all these little rust marks. That is where the screws would be, but then they've it's almost like they've plastered this wall.
Yeah, we've tried to dig one out here, but
The screw heads are just too caked in it.
there's some strong plaster.
I think I'm done.
I think that's all we have time for.
Yeah. Next week, This wall's coming down.
And this wall's coming down.
And the
this
roof.
wall's coming down. And this wall's coming down. And this is coming down. See you then.